Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to get back on the channel. Joel Mclntyre, he's now 20 wins with eight defeats, and he's the former two-time English light heavyweight champion. He's boxing Lewis Edmondson this Saturday in Cardiff on the Lauren Price Jessica McCaskill card, live on Sky Sports, and it's over 8 rounds. And yes, how are you? Pleasure getting you on as always. It's been a while, but yeah, good to get you back on.
Yeah, man, it's been a while. Hope you're good. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, my friend. How you
Oh,
doing?
I'm all good, Joel. I'm all good. Good to get you on as always. Yeah, so I got you on I think it was maybe 2 weeks before you fought Ezra Taylor at the Copper Box on the Joe Joyce Zhang undercard. Uh talk about that one.
Uh yeah, we spoke about it before that. It was good fun, good card to be on, mate. Um, yeah, I mean it was a pretty good fight, 8 rounder, pretty decent. Good to be in with a young prospect, see how he's getting on. So yeah, mate, it's all fun.
Yeah, and how annoyed were you, with it being stopped with 1 second to go? I mean, it's
Man, it's listen, I wasn't exactly going to get any favours on the cards, was I? So it's not like it mattered. But yeah, it was a little bit annoying, mate. I mean, I was fully there. I caught a nice shot to the solar plexus, and then I heard the 10 seconds clackers go at the end of the round, and I just thought, right, okay, that hurt, but I'm just going to survive now, so I'll be fine. Um, and it wasn't exactly. I wasn't getting hit. There wasn't big bangs being landed. I was just down low, covering the body because the body was a bit injured, mate, and that was it. So yeah, a little bit frustrating. Um, it was a bit of a gift, really, to the guy.
he was quite a strong puncher though. Did you feel like he was strong in there? Do you feel like I think maybe you won 1 or 2 rounds, I thought.
Yeah, maybe, mate. I think maybe two or three. Do you know what I mean? But not a massive puncher. Like no disrespect to the man, but not the most impressive ever. But what can I say? He beat me.
Mm. But yeah, I mean, and as always, I don't expect anything else but you to jump straight back into a big fight because that's what you're about. And yeah, it's Portsmouth v Southampton.
Yeah, that's a fun one, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. Again, yeah, no, straight into a fight, mate. It's Louis been a sparring partner for a little while, and there's no sort of like grip between me and him, being from two different cities. But obviously, there's a hell of a lot of rivalry between our two cities. But personally, there's not a great deal of niggle between us, but um, it's always going to be a fight. Like, for example, the last spar we had, it was coaches were talking, or his coach was saying, listen, he's got a little bit of a niggle here and there, and he's this or there, whatever. And we want to just do a light one, a light few rounds, which lasted about 30 seconds before we were just taking chunks out of each other.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, it's all good.
Good. Were they good spars? And do you take much from the spars? Because I asked this question people when they've said they've sparred their opponent, and the majority of the time they say they don't take much out of it. Of course, they take little bits. Is that the same with you, sort of thing?
Well, to be honest, Sam, if I'm being completely honest, mate, I've only ever like agreed to spar him with the thoughts of like I've never. I mean, he's been active and carrying on doing his training, and sparring with Spider in Essex or wherever they are now, and just lots of boys. He's been all over the place. He's busy at the moment. He's hungry, so he's game and he's hungry. And I'll just agree to, I'll get a phone call from his trainer, Jacob, and he asked for a little bit of work, and I say, yeah, of course, sod it. But I haven't been in training really for any fights at all. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just like I say, I'll do this stuff for fun now. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's no like I'm playing anything down like that. But the spars are always pretty good. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the last one was, like I say, we were it was all going to be a bit of a light one because someone had an injury or whatever, this and that, and lasted all of about 30 seconds before big shots started getting thrown in, and and then it's turned into 8 rounds of like anything anyone was usually watched to see that sort of stuff, pay to
Yeah.
watch that sort of stuff. Sorry.
And when was that? What, a few months ago or?
No, a few weeks to be honest.
Oh, so when did the fight come up about then?
Yeah, so that's a strange one. Listen, right? This might sound odd to people outside the boxing and people that don't know how it works, but sometimes the stars align and two guys are both looking for an opponent, and they look at each other and might say, "Shall we do it then? Shall we do this? Shall we do this fight?" And like I say, being at different stages of our careers, um, it's one that's a risk. It would be a risky fight, and it's a risky fight. At any time, it's obviously dangerous for any time for any person. A pro fight, 8 rounds, 10-ounce gloves. It's a dangerous fight, but this is a sort of thing where we've spoke about it. He's an avoided man. He just is. No one really wants to get in with him, and it's hard. I don't know what the problem is with him, but he struggles to get opponents. I I was looking for an opponent. I had something in line, but thought that may fall through. Um, and sure enough, it did. That actual evening, the felt what I had planned fell through. So we were doing a little bit of work for both our respective fights, which were both on the same night. I was supposed to be fighting in York Hall on May 11th, and he was in Cardiff. And yeah, his trainer just put it to me and just said, "Look, what would you fancy it? What would you fancy a fight?" And like I say, you can talk and be friendly and just say, yeah, well, let's have a move around and we'll just, we'll get the rounds in and blah, blah, blah and
So
whatever.
you
But
were training for this date, but just another opponent.
yeah,
Was that on the Frank Warren show by any chance?
yeah, I had about 4 weeks notice for that, for a fight that was going to be on there. So I was moving into that, like the 4 weeks notice. So I was going to go into hard 3 weeks training. And I think it was about a week into that. So maybe it was about 2.5, 3 weeks ago, or whatever.
Did he get injured or what happened?
Well, to be honest with you, it was that Carol Atuma, and I'd sparred him last year, and like I'm not telling any stories. I think I hurt him in sparring, and I was a bit like, I don't think this guy's going to take the fight. And my manager said to me, manager Chris Hitchens had been speaking to Lee, and they basically said, no, he wants to fight. We're definitely going to do it. And I said, well, yeah, okay, well, I'm game, but like, I'm not sure this guy's gonna be there. You know what I mean? I think we might have a late pullout. So I was always thinking about that, and I had that in mind when Louis came round, and then his trainer asked about this fight, and I said, well, we'll see what happens. Sure enough, it was that evening that I think Carol Tuma retired, or they
Has
had
he?
announced that he was retired.
I didn't know that.
I believe so. Yeah, I don't think I've dropped it. I don't think I've let anything out of the bag there. I thought it was pretty common knowledge. I thought that this guy had packed it in and it was sort of out there.
Oh, I don't know, but yeah, because I haven't seen anything or heard anything. So, but yeah, do you believe this is a tougher fight for you than Carol?
Uh, yeah, probably. Yeah, I think so. He's a little bit older, so he's a bit more strong. I did feel like I say, Carol. I like that lad. He's a good lad, and I've got a lot of respect for him. He's a decent boxer, but he's a southpaw, which I've done countless rounds of southpaws. E.g. BJ Saunders and Andy Lee back in the day. So I kind of don't mind the southpaw style,
Mm.
and so I kind of I fancied that one. He's a bit younger as well, and like I say, I feel like I hurt him a little bit in sparring, so I fancied it. But there's Louis one. Like, I mean, I know Louis right now at this stage is pretty hungry. You know what I'm saying? I think he's been sort of hanging on. I know he's had this injury and that injury, bits and bobs, so things have held him back a little bit. But think he's I think he's chomping at the bit to get out there now, man. So
And he's been calling out Ben Whittaker. Have you seen that?
yeah, I see that. Yeah. I don't think they want anything to do with him. I heard he might be looking to fight that Ezra Taylor as well, and I think that'd be a very interesting fight.
Who, Louis or
Louis, yeah.
what? Do you believe he's like looking past you? Like saying, "Oh, maybe he's trying to look at other." I wouldn't say. What am I trying to say? Like, I mean, like he's calling out other fighters. Do you think he's overlooking you?
Well, no, I know he was calling out Ben Whitaker. Like he was at that fight. I think that last show, I think, or the one before, whatever. He was up there, just sort of been putting his face out there and that doing what he had to do. And that's like that was before this fight. So now he's just looking. I know that he's spoken to someone on BBC News or something. And, he's saying he's going to take care of me and get me out of there and whatever. So, like I say, it's the old Pompey Southampton thing. Um, I am, yeah. I mean, listen, everyone can talk, can't they? But then still got to get past the man in the ring on the night.
Yeah. What does this fight mean to you, sort of thing? And another chance at Sky Sports. Is this your first time? No, because you boxed Shakan on there, and I believe you've boxed 2 or 3 times on Sky. I can't remember, but yeah. What does this opportunity mean to you?
Mate, it's an opportunity. Like I say, it's always this. I mean, I think a friend of mine looked at the odds earlier on. I said, see what the odds are on me like for a knockout in any round. I think it's like about 100 to 1.
Really?
100 to 1, the 2 horse race is fucking crazy, but whatever, isn't it? Like, I, I'm still at this stage an unknown quantity in boxing. Like, it's like I've had all of my TV fights pretty much, maybe with the exception of the last one. They've all been short notice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I had the Ricky Summers one, which was on the streaming thing, but that
Yeah.
was. I still believe I won that fight. I mean, you can't come and just like you got to tear that belt away from a champion. Do you know what I'm saying? So
I don't even think he's fought since, though.
no, I think he's literally just retired, mate.
Ah.
But yeah, he'd been grinding out for a while, and he just wanted that English title, and they put the purse bids in for that show to have it up there. They got it on their turf, and as far as I'm concerned, he was a little bit gifted there, but whatever.
I mean, that's in the past, and yeah, with you, mate, you just, I mean, even though you're coming off a few defeats, you just want to be in the best fights, and people, when you end your career, they'll look at your resume and they'll say you're a man who just fought everyone and anyone.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. I did an interview with Josh at Seconds Out yesterday, and he asked me how I wanted to be remembered, and I said I don't mean. I was kind of put on the spot. I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a. I probably won't be remembered. No one's gonna remember me, man. But whatever. I want my guy that literally I will fight any man anywhere. Like a lot of people talk about it. I'll fight any man born of his mother and all that, and whatever. A lot of people will, but really, a lot of people talk about it. But will you? But really, will you? Because it was. I know it's a business and stuff like that. But if I got challenged tomorrow by fucking God knows anyone, bloody Anthony Joshua, yeah, I'd have to come. I said, come on, then let's do it. Yeah, well, you're probably not going to get, you won't get paid much for it because you're a nobody or whatever. Well, you just challenged me, mate. I want to quite frankly, I want to rip your throat out. Don't just challenge me. I'm gonna, I want to hurt you now. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the mentality. Like straight up for me, I'm a guy. I'm not a straight up boxer, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a boxer because I was a street fighter. I was in jail. I was a horrible little person. Do you know what I mean? And then I turned out and someone said to me, "Hey, why don't you go do boxing? You keep fighting. You're 15 years old going to the pubs and you're knocking out grown men every fucking weekend. Like, why don't you do boxing?" I was, okay, then I'll do boxing. So it's kind of always been in me that I just wanted to just fight and just test myself, you know. So at this stage, yeah, still, I mean, I'm hoping that I could still be like, still be a name that people would enjoy to have on their record. You know what I mean, and offer some decent money, and then I'd come and I'd be there at a day's notice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what's happening. Of course, Lyndon. I mean, I think he's former IBO world champion. And yeah, even though that wasn't United's, but yeah, if you look at the resume you've got, I mean, two-time English champion. Am I right in saying that you're a two-time English champion?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's right, mate. And that Lyndon Alpha thing, yeah, is obviously. Look, I think he might have been in the GB squad. Don't know if he went to the Olympics, but
And plus, it was on. It was quite late notice, as we've spoke about it before. But yeah.
yeah, that was a late notice again.
Another late notice fight, but you take these late notice fights and you make a counter of yourself, because that's why you keep getting more opportunities, because you make a good counter of yourself each time, mate.
Yeah, I think so, mate. And even behind the scenes, like business side of it, we're easy to work with. We're not prima donnas. We're not divas. You know what I mean? We just crack on. We just do what we're asked, and we just turn up, and we try and do our best and polite, and we shake people's hands, and we're good. We're good people. Do you know what I mean? So, but like, yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, right now, the Lyndon Arthur thing, there was. I don't know if you even noticed, because some of my pals were watching the press conference, and I had the most intense frigging chest infection that week, or like 2 weeks before,
Mm.
and I could not stop coughing, and I was like holding it at these. It was so funny at that press conference, man, in this like lovely church in like up in wherever it was, Newcastle, whatever, and
Yeah.
there's this beautiful place, and we're like, and I'm like sitting there, like, just holding my breath, like I've got this tickle in my throat. I just want to cough and cough because I've had this cough and I've had this bad chest. And it was like that. And it was like, no, don't do it. I don't want to be like, at the time, obviously, no excuses. There's still no excuses now. The bottom line was that left hand was down too low. He
Yeah.
found a nice right hand over the top and rocked me. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. It's what it is. It's just all a bit of fun, I think. Do you know what I'm saying? I keep saying that. I don't mean to be a weirdo, but life is just a journey, mate, isn't it? You got to have fun when you're on it.
Do you believe that you'll be too strong for Louis? Of course, you're going to be his hardest challenge to date. Do you believe he's not faced anyone like you before? And
Um, I couldn't tell you right now because I don't even know who he's fought, but um, I, I am, yeah, I'm a hard man. You know what I mean? Like, he's a very skillful boxer, and I think he's kind of experienced beyond his years, if you know what I mean. He's got good ring craft, and you know what I mean. He's a likable guy. Like, to be fair, you look at him, he's a good looking kid. He is a very likable fella. It's a shame he don't get the opportunities that he does, like, that he should get. But yeah, I mean, like I say, I'm still a man, and I'm a strong man, and I'm in his way. Do you know what I mean? So I'm a rough kid from Lee Park and the estate, and it's like you never can sort of underestimate a guy like that.
yeah, do you believe? Of course, yeah. I mean, do you believe like this is? I mean, of course, it's a decent undercard in my opinion. Do you know what time you'll be on, and do you believe you guys will steal the show and explain to the fans why this is the fight to watch?
Man, this is the fight to watch because you could go straight in with it's the Portsmouth Southampton thing.
Bit of
Like I
bragging
say,
rights as well to go with it.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Look, I ain't going there to lay down. I mean, like I say, we can have a move around and we have been chatty and friendly and all that, but we're both fighting men. He's up for it. He's on the come up. Um, I'm towards the end of my career.
Last
But
big push, would you say?
man, listen, you never, never underestimate a guy who's got nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. What do you know
Yeah.
what time you'll be on? And is the press conference tomorrow?
I don't know what time. Press conferences tomorrow. Yeah, I'm guessing you can find that on the YouTube, either the Sky Sports one or others.
Will there be any bad blood between you two, a bit of needle or just business?
I'm sure there'll be a bit of fun going on, mate. You know what I'm
Bit
saying? If
of fun
if
and
he comes
games.
with it, he's a little bit of a live wire. He's a good fun guy, but if he comes at me with anything, especially I'm sure he won't. But if there's anything personal, then you never know what could happen because I've never been personal with any of my opponents, and I don't intend to do that. But I would definitely take exception to it. But you never know. He might
Well,
try and get in my head. It might be a bit of fun.
what can we expect from you Saturday night?
Um, Mate, just you ain't gonna get me lying down. I'm never gonna lie down for anybody. Um, I have got my city behind me, and it does mean a lot to me. So I'm gonna do my best.
Do you feel like a lot of people will be shocked Saturday night?
That's the plan.
Do you believe, of course, we've seen a few, dodgy cards, and I'm sure, and you've experienced that recently with that Summers fight that you felt hard done by. Do you believe you need to really put it on him? Is he a Sky Sports fighter, do you know? Because I've seen him box on it, Sky maybe once or twice. Is he a Sky fighter, do you know, or
Do you know what? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, it could be. Um, I'm guessing he is if he's sort of. Yeah, he was on the show down in Bournemouth. Funny, our local boy Michael McKinson was on, and Chris
Hmm.
Billam-Smith, Lawrence Okoli at the stadium, so he was on there as well. So guessing he's got a deal with the boxer. So yeah, it doesn't really come into it to be honest, mate, because I never looked to go to the judges because I've never got any favors on the judges. Never like in my whole career, never had any favors.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I look to just get it done.
What do you- what's your prediction for the main event with Lauren Price and McCaskill?
Do you know what, Sam? I can't even pretend like I'm sort of into. I ain't really watched a great deal of the women's boxing. It's not for any other reason apart from that. To me, I'm watching a great deal of boxing apart from the elite stuff international recently, so I couldn't even have an educated opinion on that. But I'm sure it'll be a real good one. I know there's a ring magazine thing belt involved,
Mm.
which is always an indication that they're high level. Um, these girls at this stage now, I mean, because I've watched it now, the women at the start it wasn't necessarily the best, and then it sort of just moved out, and it moved so quickly. So these ladies must be really something to be heading on the Utilita Arena at Cardiff. They must be really something. So it's going to be an absolute. It would be definitely one I'll be sticking around to watch. Put it that way, but with totally neutral and without actually any expectations apart from that you're going to see some really skillful boxing there.
Yeah, 100%. Before yeah, will you be watching the Fury fight next week? And if so, who would you think's going to win that?
I am watching the Fury fight next week with complete honesty. The only fight that I'm interested in on that card is
Chamberlain.
my boy Chamberlain. Yeah, my boy Chamberlain, because listen, he's I've known that kid for a while. He's a special kid, and I want to see him just move up again, up another level. Just I think they're just
I
gonna.
like the fact that these domestic fighters getting on these big Saudi cards.
Yeah, man, for real. I mean, he's definitely a special case because the uh the Sheik. I mean, sorry for my ignorance, but is it Sheik King? Whatever. He's the top boy over there. He really likes Mark, and don't get me wrong, I can see why he likes Mark because Mark is a little killer. I can see he likes Mark. Mark's got this air about him, which is just this. He's always had it. It's just this cold killer. He's a really nice guy, really nice lad, absolute down to earth, cool kid. But when he gets in there, he just does this job and does it very well. And I've seen him in the gym because that's Panthers gym in Southbourne, just down from me. Jared was my trainer for my last fight, and so I'm quite close to the team, and he's just looking better and better every day. You know,
Do you think he could be a bit of a show stealer on the undercard of that then?
I don't think I'll be completely honest. I don't think you can steal the show from that because them heavyweights are going to be that's like high level fighters there.
Yeah. So, I mean,
You
two
got
of the best,
yeah
Usyk and Fury.
you got the absolute best. I don't think there's no stealing that show there, but I
Yeah.
think it'll be a big standout. I think it'll be a great night for Mark himself.
Do you think he'll
Just
get another knockout because he knocked out? Well, he didn't knock out Gavin Gwynn, but he stopped him quite quickly.
mate, he systematically beat that boy down and he bashed his eye in. And I know you can say, oh well, you know the eye and all that, but the eye that happened because
It was a
Mark
punch.
punched, Mark punched his fucking face in, man. Do you know what I mean? Let's be honest. So it's not like oh it was an accident and all that. It's what happens after you get hit. If you keep getting hit with that shot,
Mm.
that's it's gonna I think he had a broken orbital by the looks of it
I
because
think
I've
it might
seen
have
it
been, yeah.
before. Yeah, so he's like smashing smashing the guy's eye socket in, beating him down. Super tough lad, and absolutely just beat him down, uh, and just like rapidly as well. Really, over 4 rounds of a guy that tough, that's pretty quick. I mean, you got
Mm.
guys that are super tough, and it takes 8, 9, even 10 rounds out of 12 to beat him up, and he smashes him in 4, and does it with absolute style as well. I think he's just literally just going to add to his resume that on the night. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't. I think Tyson Fury and Usyk. I think Usyk's absolutely incredible, but I think you've literally got the case of the really good small man against a really good big man, and the really good big man's always going to win against a really good small man.
Mm. I mean, I'm favouring Usyk on that. Do you believe people might be writing Fury off due to his last performance? Because the majority
No,
are saying Usyk.
no, I don't think so. I think that's casual fans that are going, and then they don't realize that basically Tyson, you got to know that if you don't know a boxer, you got to know that he's fighting a guy that's like, yeah, this big dangerous guy, big scary African dude, yeah, that punches like a bloody battering ram and whatever. But still, Tyson's going to get in his head that he is the man, and he's got to fight this guy who's having his first boxing match. There is still in your subconscious, whether you realize it or not, you are overlooking the guy. And
Mm.
I think that's absolutely what he did. And he was lucky to get this decision that he got, but he
Yeah.
got the decision. And then if you've looked at now Tyson in training, you're looking at a different man.
Well, I
What
mean,
do
we
you
could
think?
be here all day arguing about that one, but
Oh, you think differently then. You think no, you think man. Listen, one performance at a time, man. Styles make fights, opponents make fights. It is
yeah,
yeah.
I
You may
mean,
be right. Listen,
but
you're the
Usyk's always
reporter.
the smaller man in every time he fights. So
Well, Usyk,
yeah, he's always the smaller man.
absolutely, mate. You're absolutely right. Yeah, no, listen, I we'll have maybe we'll have a little just a little gentleman bet on that or something. because I think Tyson gets him out of there. I think he hurts him with body shots, and I think he might get him out of there, mate.
Well, we'll have to disagree on that one, but yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what makes the world go round, mate. Disagreements, perfect. Gentlemen.
Yes, mate. Yeah, and before I let you go, Joel, mate, do you want to thank, anyone who's helping you out on your journey at the moment?
Yeah, actually, I'm always notoriously bad at this, but obviously everyone at Base Camp Gym, Jackson Groundworks, Base Camp Gym was my home. That's our one of a kind gym we've got down there in Hillsey in Portsmouth. It's incredible. Going to go from strength to strength. We're about to get another upgrade in there. I've got oh man, you could start me off now. I could go through hundreds of names, but like only very recently, I've got two guys. There's been Liam Holt and there's been Simon Banton. They really looked after me when I was hoping to get the Ben Whittaker fight a little while ago. They jumped straight on with the help with the sponsorship. So big respect to them. Everybody else they know who they are. Everybody else, and yeah, and everybody who's going to buy a ticket that night as well, which would be amazing if they can make it up there. Told a lot of people just use the link. I've sent the link out if they can't make it, just to watch it on the TV. So anyone that can make it there, we'll have a good time on the night after the fight.
And from me, Joel, thank you for your time as always, and good luck on Saturday. All the best.
Yeah, always a pleasure, Sam. Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you, mate. Good luck. Bye.
Cheers, mate.